at 2 o'clock. 2:15 will feature Miranda Curtis as our worship artist of the day. Then at 3 p.m. inside the I Love Summer campaign feature Community Conversations, we'll hear from residents of the parish of St. Elizabeth. All this and more will come alive on the Family Station Love 101.
All right, it's 11:01 and it's time for a new feature, Paws and Pals. Oh yeah. Jump onto Facebook, YouTube. What else we have? Well, if you have friends with paws, now I know that Jamaicans generally, we don't really look at our dogs in the yard like they're pets. But are they? I think they are. Paws, fur, feathers, gills. Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to the very first episode of Paws and Pals. This summer, we're talking with the Jamaica Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, JPSCA, about how to take care of our pets, JSPCA. They've been working in Jamaica for more than 100 years, and its main mission is to promote the compassionate treatment of animals through education, advocacy, veterinary care, and the placing of unwanted animals in loving homes. They strive towards improvement for the condition of animals in the pounds and abattoirs. Really? Services offered by the JSPCA include veterinary clinic services, pet adoption program, animal shelter, animal rescue, cruelty investigation surgeries, volunteer service, spay and neuter services, and community outreach clinics. If you have a pet owner or you would like to become a pet owner, well, you're in the right place. And we're going to bring them up now on our YouTube and Facebook, and they are ready for us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Awesome to have you on. Today we're exploring the do's and don'ts of man's best friends, dogs. So here in Jamaica, we see dogs everywhere, stray and domesticated, and we saw that some of them were taken up to Canada. But I know a lot of people were laughing because they were like, okay then. But there are a wide variety of breeds, Rottweilers, Pit Bulls, what are their names? Shih Tzus, right. German Shepherds, Poodles, etc. Today I have with me Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, Dr. Stephanie Green from the JSPCA. And she has a Master of Science in Agricultural Marketing and Agribusiness, specializing in business and market analysis. A Bachelor of what a whole heap of something. You're very bright in what you do. And she has her assistant with us. So jump on to Facebook, YouTube, and let's see how we take care of our animals. Angela, you deserve a present. Okay. So good morning, Dr. Green. And who is the assistant?
Hi, good morning. This is Stephen Gregory with us today. He's one of our special veterinary technicians. Very integral to our work here at JSPCA.
Okay. All right. So tell us now, how does this work? What do we need to know for those who do not have dogs but are interested in getting one? How should they prepare in getting to get an animal, a pet?
The first thing you need to do is research. Every dog is unique, right? In their temperament, in their needs for grooming, as well as their dietary needs, right? So taking, for instance, this Shih Tzu, right? He's a more quieter breed. You know, he's fluffy, he's cuddly.
They're so cute.
He needs a lot of love and attention. Then you have our terriers, right?
Yes, man, I'm here.
The terriers don't need as much attention.
So that one, that I'm so sorry. Remind me of the gentleman's name.
Stephen Gregory.
Stephen. Okay, so the one that Stephen is holding is a terrier.
No, that's a Shih Tzu as well.
Okay, all right, okay.
This one is the terrier.
So yes, this is the normal Jamaican Terriers, right?
Oh, he's cute.
Yes, the local dogs.
Hi, sweetie.
They don't need as much attention as, say, for instance,
the Shih Tzu.
this little guy here that needs to be hugged and cuddled and, you know,
and regular grooming.
Yes. Did you say brush, Stephen? We must brush them.
Brush.
Yes,
They
brush.
have to be brushed.
Yes, they have to be brushed.
Brush their teeth, clip their nails.
What is saying to me?
Yes. It's like having a little baby, you know. You have to take care of them. Yeah, these ones are very high maintenance dogs.
So do you find that a lot of Jamaicans do all of these things? Or is just uptown?
Not much.
Just uptown do that.
Majority.
Yes.
Majority.
But they do need care, and it's good to take care of them. Brush their teeth. Oh, you brush teeth.
They have their own doggy toothbrushes and toothpaste. Yeah.
I can't really. Okay, so we're learning something, and I really hope that this is helping some persons. Maybe you don't want to brush your teeth. Are there things that they can put? I've seen advertisements. You can just put the thing in the dog and they chew it and it helps to
clean. We have the dental sticks and the dental chews that they can use.
Dental treats.
Yeah, you can use that as well.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, with so many types of dogs to choose from, what should prospective dog owners consider when choosing a breed?
Your noise tolerance.
The noise.
I know a lot of us in Jamaica like the little small fluffy dog. The Pomeranians are very noisy, so you have to be in mind of that. If you want a big dog, yes. So like the Rottweilers and the Akitas, you have to be considerate of the fact that the Akitas does not like other dogs.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And the yard space as well.
Has to have proper fencing, most definitely.
Proper fencing. Right. Okay.
So basically you need to choose a dog that's unique to your situation.
Okay. So if you have an enclosed space and you have a big enough yard, then you can go for a big dog that can run up and down and do whatever they want to do.
Yes.
Well, I'm not. How you train a dog not to mess up in the yard? Or is it too late when they get big? Or you have to train them when they're small?
So it's best to do it when they're smaller. So how you do it, the dogs usually want to pass the stool 15 to 10 minutes after eating. So once you feed them, you want to put them in that designated area that you want them to do it in. And once they do it in that area, you have to reward them right away. So they associate doing the pooing in that area that you want them and getting a treat. So you reward them for that behavior.
So go ahead, Dr. Green.
I'm saying some clients as well try newspaper. That's a hit and miss, right? Because the reward factor is what the dog needs to associate the pooing with the actual action.
So when they're big and they how do you do it? You take a stick and beat them? I'm sorry, no.
No, I didn't hear what you said. I heard the beating part, but
when they're big, how do you train them when they're big?
Our dogs are just need like to be rewarded, right? So if you reward them for bad actions, that's what they're going to continue with. So what you need to do, anything positive that you need, that's what you reward them with.
Okay.
Right?
And for adult dogs, you want them to see your hand as a reward and not as a threat. So when you're reprimanding them, they respond much better to talking to them very loud and stern, like a strong no. Versus you take a newspaper and slap them, because each time they see your hand raised, they're just gonna run and probably very scared.
So just do the strong. So you can't say no. You have to say no.
You have to be very assertive.
Yeah, man, very firm.
Right. Okay. I'm learning something. I have about 50 dogs. I'm sorry, about 5 dogs at my house. So this is important. So what can you reward them with? What can the reward be?
We have some doggy treats that they like. You know, some dogs are fruit lovers, so papayas and those things can be a reward. Yeah, bananas. But the doggy treats is what most dogs go for and love.
Okay. All right. So somebody, Sister Marva says Manic's teeth used to brush. Is that something you know?
Honesty used to what? You can repeat?
Manic's teeth used to brush. Is that the name of your dog, Sister Marva? I don't understand. But after they get some good slap, oh no, don't slap them. So now we're learning
Oh
something.
no.
Remember, the
And
hands
just
Yeah,
species,
reward. You want your dog to be afraid
as
of
a
you.
threat.
Yeah, no.
right? So don't use the hand as a size because they're gonna look at the hand as Lord them lift up them hand. That means say them going to beat me, so I'm going to run away. But use okay, their dog is named Manix. Okay. And okay, all right. Awesome. So I'm learning something. What else? Oh, I must go on. Okay. Tell us a meal plan for dogs. How should they eat? What should they not eat? And how often should they drink and not drink?
All right. So for puppies, so if you're gonna start from the puppy, you want as soon as they get teeth, you want to start with some puppy chow, or you want to soak it into some water, right? Most
Puppy
puppies are
chow?
yes, puppy chow. So it can be
Uh-huh.
Purina, Pedigree, whichever one you choose, right? You can do
Mm-hmm.
that once it's a branded puppy chow. So you want to
Okay.
choose that. Most puppies are picky eaters, right? So you want to mix it with something nice and delicious. So we recommend tin mackerel with the
Okay.
sauce in it. So you mix it with the puppy chow until it becomes soft, and then you
Okay.
feed it to them.
Okay. What about the
For
good cornmeal and what about the good cornmeal and the dog meat?
yeah, yeah, we get that a lot, right? But the cornmeal isn't really good for them. It's just raw carbohydrates with
Really?
little bit of nutrients, right?
Rice is much better for people who cook.
Yes,
Oh, so using rice is better than using cornmeal?
cornmeal.
The
Yes,
cornmeal. You just have
yes.
to add a
My
lot of
dog them
protein.
don't like rice. We started them on rice the other day and they were like, what's this? What? So
Mhm.
how do I break them into the rice? How do we
You're
do that?
gonna have to start gradually. So you're gonna start with the food that they normally eat, and then
Okay.
Mix it.
yes,
Mix it
incorporate the
with it.
rice.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Okay. What about drinking and how often should they drink? And the problem now is putting the water out there and then mosquitoes and leaving the water there. What's a good way to manage that?
All right. So water ad lib is more advised than actually just portioning out their water. Right. As often as they need to drink because Jamaica is hot, right? So you want to give
Mm-hmm.
them water as convenient to them as possible. The mosquito situation, maybe in the nights you can take the bowl away and throw it away or something like that because
Okay.
but then again the area is supposed to be covered that you're feeding your animal because you don't want pests to get into it, right? So like
Oh.
rats and those type of things because we do have a problem with lepto in Jamaica and our animals.
Oh. So
Yes,
the area that we feed the dog should be covered. So
yes,
when
and
they
away
finish
from all pests.
eating, we cover it.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Take out
and
the food. Don't
take
leave
it
any
off.
food.
Yes, take it off. Don't leave food out for animals or stray animals to get to.
It's okay
Oh,
for the water to be around all day. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's okay. You can keep the water there. But the
but
food
in
you
the
need to
night, throw it
remove
away
that.
in the
To
night.
attract the rats.
Yeah. You do not want to
Okay.
feed your animals any alcohol. Say no beer or anything like that. You want to keep chocolates away from your pets, raisins, walnuts. Those are the type of things you need to be very cautious about. The
I
seasoning is
al-
also huh?
that's what I was gonna say because I saw something that said no onion
Yes,
and
no onions, no
Toxic
garlics.
to dogs.
Yeah, it's toxic to your pets, right? So you're just trying to make sure
oh.
they're healthy. So
Okay,
yeah.
well, I've highlighted a question here. Charmaine says, "What do you give the dog when he's coughing a lot?" In Jamaica, they would say "sand dog" or whatever.
Yes, that's
Carry the dog down to JSPCA.
yes,
Most
exactly.
definitely,
Yes,
because that
definitely.
could be a lot of things.
Yes, so we have kennel cough going around. It could be some
Heartworms.
heart conditions, heart failure. It depends. There's a lot of things. So the best option is always to consult your vet.
Okay. And if you can manage the vet, carry them down to JSPCA.
Yes, JSPCA.
Right.
Always take your pet.
And I just wanted you to reiterate the chocolate. You said chocolate. Why is chocolate bad for the dogs?
Well, basically, it's extremely toxic to your pets. So what you'll see is like vomiting, diarrhea, right? And it can't go too technical, but it binds to the
Right.
oxygen capacity of your puppies and pets, right? And
Okay.
it damages their liver.
Oh, wow. Number 5. There's a 5. Oh, okay. All right. Dogs such as pit bulls, Rottweilers are widely known as vicious dogs. How true is this?
It depends on how you socialize your pets, right?
Because the aggression depends on the owners.
Mm-hmm.
Social aggression depends on the owners. How so?
Well, go ahead, Stephen.
Sorry, because these dogs are working breeds. So if owners,
what does that mean? What does working breed mean?
All right, it means that they have to keep active. They have to get regular walks.
Mm-hmm.
Regular walk. They have to. Most of these dogs, they operate better when they are trained.
Okay. So that's why you see people. That's why I see people on the road and the dog walking them. It's not them walking the dog.
Because most of the time they have them just chained up in a yard, and all they do is give them food. That's no quality of life, you know.
Mm-hmm. And historically, these dogs were fighting dogs, right? So to get rid of that aggression, you have to rechannel it or refocus it to something else. So like Stephen stated, walking your dogs, constant exercise, running up and down, playing, will burn that energy that it needs, right? Or it uses to be aggressive. And lots of love, hugs, kissing, allow it to be around your family, your pet. Yeah. Yeah, that will help with the aggressive nature, because we deal with pit bulls on a regular basis, and most of them are not aggressive. They're not aggressive.
Wow. I just sit down and I'm afraid. Once I went walking the other morning, and once I hear woof, I turn back. I do not want to see what that woof, where the woof is coming from. All right. Why is it important for dogs to visit the vet?
Oh wow. Because just like you, they have underlying conditions that we might not see today, but it will just flare up. And
please take an ambulance call on line 1.
You know, ambulance call. This is real life. No problem.
Sorry,
that's fine. That's fine. Real life happening.
Yeah. So we don't want to be at a situation where it is too advanced for us to do much or anything for your pets, right? But if you do preventative medicine and you take them in regularly and you do your checkup, therefore we'll be able.
Please take an ambulance call on line 1. Ambulance call on line 1.
Mrs. Williams, please take an ambulance call. Yes, Dr. Green, go ahead.
Yeah, so preventative medicine is what we're mainly about, right? So we need to prevent them. Like what I said, prevention is better than cure, right?
Cheaper than cure.
And very much
cheaper than cure. True. Yeah. There is something I want to ask. I don't think TJ had the question here. I remember, and we get bad up by JSPCA, bad up. But we had a dog that was hurt. I guess the fence or something tore his ear, and then flies started, and so we made a call. We were getting someone who was looking after it, but we didn't think it was happening fast enough. So we made a call to JSPCA, and they told us that we could be charged. We could have been charged, but thank God we were taking care of it. But why is it important when a dog is hurt to take it into the vet?
Well, because we want to ensure that it's not seriously or life-threatening injury, right? And basically the reason why they said that you've been charged is because that's negligent. When we have a pet, we have a responsibility as owners to take care of him, just like how you would take a baby. It's the same thing with your pets, right?
All right, we got a question here. How often and when can I give my dog heartworm tablet? Something named so heartworm?
So here at the JSPCA, we offer two methods. So we have the oral method, which is the iverprop, that is done every month. And we have the injectable method, which is the ivermectin, that's done every 2 months.
So
Okay.
Yeah, we don't do hard guard
here.
Oh, you don't know. So that would be like a vet. Hello?
That'll be
Dr.
that'll be other veterinary establishments.
Right, vets. Okay, regular vets. Okay. All right. How should we
do that at JSPCA?
Okay, okay. How should we care for pregnant dogs? Is that the word we use, pregnant or with pup?
Yes. Pregnant dogs.
Okay.
Yes. Basically, the first thing you need to do is deworm the puppy. Well, the pregnant dog, sorry. You're gonna have to remove fleas and ticks from the mother as well, the mother to be. The nutrition is also important. So at that point, you want to switch from feeding adult food to puppy chow, right? Because it has more nutrient that's geared towards the baby than the actual mother, right?
Oh, so for those who
and regular vet trips.
regular vet, just like a human being goes to the doctor often, you would need to take the dog to the vet to have regular checkup.
Certain breeds of dogs are prone to breech birth, or we call it dystocia here. So if you have like one of those boxers
or the American bullies,
or those type of dogs,
French bulldogs,
you want to ensure that your vet is involved in the births.
I have mixed dogs. I don't know what the name. Maybe I need to have the SPCA come and tell me what the dogs are. All right, let's hear this voice note.
Auntie Nadine, good morning. Can you ask the vet for me, please? What is it you can do to let a dog puppy be tamed? I lost my 3 nice dog a couple months ago. The dog just took sick and giving some busy was making this sound. And I give him some busy and I say my dog look at my face and by me go next year when my dog died, I say me have to cry. Those dogs they only did left it talk to me, man, now they love it. I'm gonna get this one now from somebody. About a month ago now, it's a little puppy. But the puppy whiling. I don't know what to do to feed him. I never go feed him, run gone hide.
Oh boy. Well, first of all, do we give dogs busy?
No, we don't. We don't give dogs busy. Because
all right, so
to them, right?
I'm sorry, say that again. It's what?
I did not hear.
No, come again. You said something about the busy. Don't give the dog busy.
Yeah, don't give dogs busy, right? We don't really do the herbal remedies. We prefer you to come to a vet or seek veterinary assistance for your dog.
The last part she was saying that she gets a new puppy, but the puppy always running. So how do you get the puppy from running away from her?
Running away from her or just running up and down in the house?
Hold on, let me replay that part.
Talk to me, man, now they love it. I'm gonna get this one now from somebody. About a month ago now, it's a little puppy. But the puppy whiling. Well, I don't know what to do to feed him. When you go feed him, he run gone.
Wow.
Hide.
So he's wild, and when she goes to feed him run gone. Could it be because of where he's coming from?
It could be the previous socialization. Now what she needs to do is use some type of food or something that she finds that he likes to lure him into her. Or you can lock him into a small space where she can interact with the puppy, hug it, love it, and feed it something nice, some treats. You know, just to create that bond between puppy and owner.
Okay, so try and get a way to lock the puppy in a small space and create a place that you can interact, hug the dog, touch the dog, use your hands, to pat. They love when you rub them belly, don't they?
Yes, when you rub the belly and you rub them down, they love that.
Yes, they love it. So try and find a way to get the dog. And then what you said, treats. What are treats?
Treats could be anything. It could be fruits.
Some
It
people
can be a
use sausages, piece of
Okay.
cheese.
yeah.
But
Okay.
you only give the dog that when the dog does something good.
Okay.
Reinforce that behavior.
Yes.
Okay. So when the dog does something good, you do that to reinforce that behavior. Check the next voice note. All right. So let me go to the next question. We should have taken a break, and the time is almost up. Jamaica is a place known for keeping dogs outside instead of indoors. But those who keep their dogs indoors, is there anything that they should be mindful of?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So dogs have something called anal glands. A lot
Huh?
of people don't know what that is. So these are glands that are at the anus at 3 and 9 o'clock, right? So if you're thinking about a clock, it's there at the sides,
Right.
right?
Uh-huh.
These glands, when expressed, they have a fishy, foul kind of odor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you need to be aware of that when you have your dogs
So
indoors.
dogs who tend to live on the inside, they tend to use this gland less.
Mhm.
So they always come down with problems where these glands get blocked. Versus the dog on the outside, he uses this gland to mark his territory. So he's always using it. But the ones on the inside, they don't use it as much because most dogs on the inside is usually a one dog or a two dog. So they know
Oh,
they already own the place. They don't have to compete.
okay.
So when they don't use it, it can get blocked and infected
And
Wow.
owners typically complain of the dog scooting across the
dragging
dog
the butt.
and dragging the butt, right? So just know
Right.
that that's your anal gland
That's a
that's attracting your
sign.
butt.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. We have another voice note.
Auntie Nadine, good morning and morning to the doctor. Can you ask her for me, say, if the dog is bleeding from the private? I give the dog the vet said to give the dog the antibiotic. But when the dog like he barks and so he start bleeding again and it's a natural raw blood you are seeing. And I don't want to lose my dog. Can you ask her for me, please? It's a male dog.
Okay.
All right. I heard that. If the vet gave antibiotics for the discharge from the vagina, right? More than likely, that sounds like pyometra. I do believe that further investigation should be done. So I recommend that they bring the puppy into a veterinary clinic at that point.
Okay. Could they take them to you or a vet clinic? Could they take them to you?
They can come to JSPCA or another vet clinic of their
Vet.
choice.
Okay. All right. So, Pastor, I hope you heard that. Another question, and we have to wrap. How soon do you give puppies worm medicine?
Normally start deworm puppies at 3 weeks of age. And then at 6 weeks, you come in for your first set of vaccines.
Vaccinations.
And they'll be dewormed again every 3 weeks until they're 4 months old.
Okay. Wow. I tell you, it's a lot of work. But it's awesome taking care of them. Really, really awesome taking care of them. All right. Well, thank you so much, Stephen, Dr. Green. To our listeners, we're inviting you if you have any questions. Well, you were asking your questions already, but you can contact the JSPCA. Could you give us the contact information?
All right, it's 929-0320
All
or
right.
jspca@yahoo.com.
Okay, so I'll just put up the number for those on Facebook and WhatsApp. I'm sorry, Facebook and YouTube. 929-0320.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. This was really informative. I love that. I see another question coming in, but we're out of time. So God's grace, we will take care of the question next week. Some persons were asking, do you take care of cats? We will be talking about cats as well. So thank you so much, Green. Thank you, Stephen. I love this. We'll do it again next time. Ciao for now. That's it for Paws and Pals.